We're all familiar with Santa Claus, his reindeer, and the nice list and the naughty list. In the 41st millennium though, reindeer are extinct. So this jolly chap needs something else to pull his sleigh. An old abandoned defiler. Is there anything more Christmassy than a violent demon engine with piston-driven legs and a terrible attitude? What a stupid question. Of course there is. Quite a few things actually. Fair warning, this is as clean as this model is getting. First though, I don't think you're a bad, ugly model, buddy. You just need a bit of Christmas magic. If you don't mind, I'm just going to borrow this. And this. It's for your own good. Oh, I'm sorry. Now those are some top tier kit bashing bits. I'm sure we'll see those again in the future. For now, there's more to strip. We don't have firearms at Christmas, especially not chest cannons. And definitely not grinning demon heads. You'll scare the children. We also won't be needing these ball joints either. Now then, there's only one creature more Christmassy than a reindeer with the power to pull a sleigh. A turkey! Turkeys are known for their unwavering dedication to upholding the rules of Christmas. And this one is certainly no exception. To attach the head, we need some Milliput. Supplies are getting low, Mr. Milliput, if you'd like to sponsor a video. I reckon this one would have been perfect, but you've missed the boat. Or the sleigh. We'll need to pin the head, smooth out the Milliput, and then carve in those beautiful turkey wrinkles. Now, a wiser man would stop here, but we are going to persevere. God help us. For this turkey is missing something which all others have. Legs. We'll pin these as well. Can't be scouring rooftops with weak leg joints. A weapon to surpass Metal Gear. Then we add the Milliput worm between the flesh and machine. Smash it in and blend the joint. Look at him. He's about ready to take his first steps. Next up, the arms. Turkeys do have arms, don't they? Are you okay? Turkeys definitely have arms. Pin these as well. We need strong, secure limbs for enforcing Santa's will. In the 41st millennium, you definitely don't want to find yourself on the naughty list. Now, again, we could stop here. There are many successful flightless birds, but in the grim dark future, every little helps. Flesh out this joint with a sprout worth of Milliput. The genius covered the hole. Damn it. There we go. Gentle strokes. So on our turkey checklist, we have the legs, arms, wings. We're just missing the final appendage. They're often hidden, but all turkeys have them. Tentacle claws. Ideal for getting shopping from the car or slithering down chimneys to steal children. More Milliput to create the perfect skin joint for our diabolical back scratcher. With the tentacles in place, it's time to create some peculiar skin or micro feather texture on this wing joint. So we'll apply a thin slab of Milliput over the top, and then we steal a damp textured cloth, forever denying that we know where it's gone. Press it in the Milliput a few more times, and that will do. Not bad. As for this section of our Christmas turkey, we need to box off the giblets and create a prison cell. If you think you can get away with stealing my Pokemon cards from my coat pocket when I was 7 years old and on a school trip to the zoo, you'd better think again. You're going straight on the naughty list. Jessica, actions have consequences. May you spend your last few moments contemplating all of the terrible decisions you've made throughout your life. But not just yet. First, we need to paint this turkey dinosaur. Usual base coat of black, grey, white. Release the secret weapon. Speed paints. This video is sponsored by the Army Paint. What? What do you mean? Yes, it is. Why won't anybody sponsor Christmas? Contents may vary from those on the packaging. What the hell does that mean? What on earth? Jesus Christ, I am losing my mind. First step is to crack out the dry brush palette. You can see the forging of this over on Patreon. We're going to use the forbidden paint style for this turkey terror. Supposedly minimal effort, excellent results. First, a quick white dry brush to hammer home the highlights. Try saying that quickly. And then our first coat of speed paints. This coat will be used as a form of shading rather than being left as the final result. As you'll see when we're done, some colours will look similar, others will be a distant memory. Like this brownish decay for the armour panels. If you'd like to get yourself one of these palettes, just pop a quail in a hydraulic press. Once everything has had its coat of speed paints, we slap chop it all again. This technique has been refined and perfected by the legend, Don.
Painting via slap chop, and then once you're finished, you do that process over again. So it's slap chop over slap chop or chop on chop. Hi, I'm Don. Welcome to my channel.
What a hero. Go and check him out after you're done here. All the links for Don and the turkey pieces are in the description. Anyway, let's test this theory and hope we don't make a catastrophic mess of it. Need to take a little more time with this stage. I'd like to preserve some of the colour underneath, so we'll feather the edge where the two colours meet using a brush dipped in speed paint medium. This is where we're at. As Don says, you can chop on chop on chop on chop on chop if that's what you're looking for. But this will do for now. Similar approach with the skin on the various appendages and the head. We'll Nurglify, apply some Nurglism to the armour, as Nurgle definitely had something to do with this monstrosity. Then we turkeyfy the head, add his angry little pupil. Then we add Jessica. Time to think about what you've done while I craft your cage. Snip snip. Accurate measurements. Carefully does it. Right. I mean, I did need that piece, but okay, whatever. More pieces cut to size. The master craftsman strikes again. Get it painted up. You don't deserve too much effort, Jessica. Good night. Let's not forget the man himself. He's getting the same chop-on-chop technique. This miniature is from the Rotten Hosts Volume 1 by the Lost Kingdom Miniatures. Link in the description if you're interested. I've been waiting all year to make use of this fellow, and now is the time. Getting close to the final colours. With the twin terrors done, now we need cornflakes. We need to build them a base. The twin terrors, not the cornflakes. More specifically, we need the box, so we'll scrap the flakes. We're going to make a rooftop, where you often find Christmas turkeys. Bend the card for the general shape, and then some balsa wood for a bit of stability. 3 triangles cut to size. Check I've not done it wrong. Stick them to the card. Indestructible. Next up, look at this relic. Still going strong after being chopped up for the alien video. Now we mark out a grid and chop away to make some roof tiles. This took an exceptionally long time. I would never recommend anybody does this. If this ever becomes your only option, find a different hobby. What takes longer than cutting out tiny roof tiles? Yeah, sticking them down one row at a time. I'm losing the will to live. Do you know how long I've been doing this? Come here, look. Look, the sun is gone. And I don't mean it's set, I mean it's gone. This is the end of time. But finally, we're done, and it looks alright actually. Maybe it was worth all that time. Wait. Get it base coated. And then 1076 layers of cheap poster paint later. Kaboom! Now we make some snow. By the way, Woodland Scenics is the best snow. There we go. That's your Christmas present. I've just saved you 18 hours watching miniature snow comparison videos. We mix it with some PVA and then slop it on. With the right consistency, it'll self-settle a bit and look just like snow. As nature intended. Absolutely nailed it. Scandalous lies. Anyway, let's get our gruesome twosome into place. Push Santa along to make some track marks in the snow. Add the turkey, and we'll compact some snow around its feet. Then we'll weather both models with some snowdrift. Less is more as they are on the move. Next, we need some reins to tie the turkey to the sleigh. So we'll take this kite string and cover it with brown speed paint. Wrapped around that turkey booty, we'll hand the other end to Santa. We'll take some more kite string and use it to make some Christmas lights, one for each of my beautiful Patreon members. Speak of the devils, if you'd like to support and grow this channel, check out the Patreon. You can watch me chop Sauron up, watch Caterpie crawl very slowly. Watch me dig in the dirt, vote on upcoming projects, and get an update on that unfortunate pumpkin. Welcome, Boop Starbuck. As another Christmas present, if you use Hail Quail, you can get 50% off, so it's from about £1.50, $1.50, something like that. Anyway, sign up so we can eventually buy a tank.
Christmas night, perhaps it's Santa or that feathered fright. If you've been nice, then lay your head. If you've been naughty, then be filled with dread. Tentacles slither down the chimney flue, with giblets dripping warp-spawned goo. Run or hide, it's you-know-who. Naughty naughties, it's coming for you.
Gobble-Gobble, hear the call. The twisted turkey devours them all. You'll be pecked and pulled apart, turned into nurgle art. Even though it's Christmas, you'll be wishless as the turkey eats your heart. Gobble, gobble, fear the call.
Thank you for watching. Like the video, subscribe, please. Also join the Discord. Love you. Bye. Merry Christmas.